Hi, my name is Mark, and I'm the director of a nonprofit, and I'm reviewing Squarespace. I give Squarespace 5 out of 5 stars, and if you want more reviews like this, click below. The softwares that I was using that I switched from to Squarespace was primarily GoDaddy and WordPress-based web templates. So for my organization, I had my website through GoDaddy for a number of years. Then the website template was through a WordPress template. So they got the job done, but it was two different kind of platforms, and all the design and setting up and organizing what was on the site happened on WordPress, but then all the back end hosting and paying for the space and all that happened on GoDaddy. And it never really gelled well together. It got the job done, but I really had a very specific need for my nonprofit that does video production for other nonprofits, and so I kind of needed a video template. And at one time, I had a customized template that I found on WordPress, but it worked for about a year, but then that template became outdated and wasn't updated anymore, so it kind of wrecked my whole website because the template did not have support and was not supported over time, and so I would have to keep refreshing and building it anew all the time if I wanted to keep what I wanted through the WordPress templates hosted through GoDaddy. And so they got the job done, but it was a lot more work on my end as not a web developer, and I didn't have the funds to hire a web developer. Trying to do it myself, it kind of ended up being more work than I was able to put into it with those two services. The reasons that I chose Squarespace was because it could do the hosting and the design all in one, and the having the domain, and the designs were beautiful. First of all, I really had a specific look and feel I needed for my website, a basic but multimedia friendly presentation. And I really loved all the Squarespace designs, and they really make it easy to edit the designs, drag and drop in a lot of different ways that you don't have to know coding or CSS to be able to edit them. But then also that really the kicker, the reason that I chose it is because you could do the hosting and the web domain ownership and the design all in one subscription and one payment and one account through Squarespace. And so I actually made a couple phone calls to Squarespace before I switched to make sure that it would be truly be able to be that way, and I'd be able to switch it over from GoDaddy and WordPress, and they assured me that I'd be able to, and that's what convinced me to change, is that they could handle it all in one, and I liked the designs better. The onboarding and integrating process was great, and it's actually one of the reasons I chose to go with them, because I read some reviews that they had great customer service. It was kind of a tricky, in theory, transition to try to get the hosting from over here and the back end of the website from over here and put it all into the new platform. But they really handled it well. I feel like it only took a day or two of downtime of the website in order to get it all back up and running on the new domain and hosting. And so there was someone who I could call who would walk me through the process and help me understand what I needed to do and some of the little back end things. It was really simple, and I was able to relaunch my website with kind of some new information quickly. So it was really helpful on how simple it was to switch over to the new platform without the domain having to change and without having to lose any of the content that was there before. My main recommendation for those considering Squarespace is that you would just peruse all of the templates first and make sure that there's one or two that could fit your needs. So I think they're all beautiful and great. There's not hundreds and thousands of them like there are on WordPress. So you need to make sure that the templates that are there fit your needs. But if they do, I found it vastly superior because they have so much baked into the templates and they're very robust. Then you can customize them if you want to, if you know how to do that. They have the option for that. But as someone who didn't, it was nice to know that that was all covered by professionals. And I found one that I needed. So I'd also recommend that they just call first to make sure that the switchover from whatever they're using before would be possible, but I'm pretty sure that it would be because they handle that so well in my case. And the only other thing I would say is just to look at the options that are out there with the other services and see if anything is comparable, because I was not able to find any else that did the hosting and the back-end domain ownership as well as the design. And so I would just say to look into Squarespace because they have all of those things, and it's been a great experience for me.